Okay, I can't, for some reason today, we're doing everything that we know that we've done in the past. You guys are there. It's live. We're live now. And it's Deanne Fitzpatrick from Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio. And we are having some technical difficulty. And for some reason, it won't let us turn the camera sideways today. My phone is not cooperating. I know, it's all good. Thank you, Kathleen, for being patient with us. And thank you, Liz. Hi, and for coming back. Joni, thanks, sweetie. I appreciate it. I blew dry my hair this morning. Hello, Susan. Now, we can't turn it sideways today, so it's going to be a narrow video, but we've got 139 people watching. Hello, Kathleen Kettles. Hello, good to see you too. Joe Leedy Ritterwick, hello, and Andre Benson, hello, Andre. And it's nice to see everybody. Thanks. I've got a lot planned today, so I'm going to pass this over to Angela because we've got lots of good ideas and lots to think about. And I got something to show you. If you saw the post this morning, I was making a bit of a mess here. And hello, Joy Trites from New Brunswick. So I'm just going to give you a little pan of the studio, and I'm going to pass the... Hello, Angela. This is Angela who works with me. There we go. I'm going to pass it to Angela, and we're going to do this. I'll put the phone outside first, Ange. Let's go outside and show them what we're doing there. So this is Josh. Nick's not here, and he's just doing his job. We're building a really nice wall here for really to put a fireplace on and just to make it beautiful. And so remember last week I was telling you we were fixing this up. Now I've got the place. I've got chairs on top of tables, and I've got a mess. And but that's what we do here. I got a lot to tell you about today. I don't know where to begin, but I think we should begin here. Isn't it nice? Beautiful. Come on over here and look at this. So on the website now you can see these. This is the Sunday Drive cloth collection. So we've had the Sunday Drive collection in yarn, and now we have it in cloth, and we've changed some things so that they work together. Like instead of a wine in the cloth collection, we've got a gorgeous red, and this is what it feels like. This is unwashed, which is great. You can hook it unwashed. This is what it's like washed. It softens right up, and it's got a real nap to it. So I'm really loving these cloths, and this is a custom dyed for us. So we have Cove Green, we've got Oat Cake and Latte, because what do you do on a Sunday drive but stop for an oat cake somewhere? We've got Orchard Green, we've got Morning Sky, we've got Goldenrod, we've got Ocean Blue, and we've got Lighthouse Red. So if you go on the website and you find Sunday Drive, careful going back there, Angela. Yeah, if you go on the website and you find Sunday Drive, you can find all these colors. And it's really, you can get all these colors in cloth as a collection. So, I know you want to know lots of things, and come on in. I also want to show you what we dyed in the studio this week. So, just like we've been dyeing yarns, we're going to now start dyeing cloths. So I think this one was called Murphy's Patrick. Isn't it great? I'm going to shut the door there, because we don't want Josh to stop working, because it's quite possible they could get that wall done today, and I'll be like an even happier woman if they get the wall done today. So that's Murphy's Pasture. I can't remember what this one was called. But isn't it gorgeous? So I dyed that yesterday, and Kathy dyed, I don't know, Kathy dyed some things yesterday too. I'm not sure who dyed what anymore, but look at that big deep blue. So our wool cloth just came in from Europe. We just got a new collection of it. And this one here is gorgeous. So what we're doing is, you'll notice on the website where you will find things like this. You'll see new swatch colors, and we'll just dye batches. And this one is called, that one is Murphy's Pasture right there. This one, that's Murphy's Pasture. So there's no two alike, right? They're always all different. Look at that. It's gorgeous. This one is called Fairy Tale. Look at that. Isn't that a great sky? Right there. Maybe I'll use that in my sky. Not that. Maybe I should use this in the sky. I'll show you how to use a cloth like this in the sky this afternoon. Okay. All right, I changed my mind. Because remember last week I put the marigolds in? This is what we got. And I think it's really beautiful. But it's not orange like you would think because we put the green in with the marigolds, remember? We put the green in with the marigolds. So that gave us a kind of a nice brown. But I think that's a gorgeous antique color, right? Beautiful. Could be beautiful skin tone colors, depending on a person's coloring. So, and I also want to show you, so I'm going to teach you 2 lessons this week. One is about color, because we're so focused on color right now. I'm going to show you the new yarns we dyed in the studio. So that's our cloth collection. We've got a lot more. And remember our Sunday Drive collection. If you want the Sunday Drive cloth collection, what I love about that is how it mixes with our yarns, right? So if we go out here again, I'm just going to show you. A lot of you have the Sunday Drive yarn, right? So if you take the cloth, the oat cake and latte cloth, and mix it with straw, it's gorgeous. That'll just take your feel to a new place. Or if you take these greens, so this is in our Sunday Drive collection, and mix them together. Look at the 4 greens and how they look together. See? That gives you, you know, with the Sunday Drive cloth and yarn collection together, you can really do a lot of nice things with landscape. And remember what it looks like, what it feels like washed. There's quite a difference if you decide you want to wash it. I decided to wash 4 yards for myself because I just like the way it fluffed up. But also, like, if you take the blues, you can take the blues and mix them together. Or you can take that navy with the royal. See how vivid that is? Really beautiful. Anyway, so that is one of the new things we're doing, and that's what made my week so happy. I know, it sounds like not a big deal, but it's a big deal to me. Oops, to have all those colors together. I just love it. Gotta get them all back in place.
So what color is the cloth before you dye it, Deanne?
It's a natural color, like a cream. Yeah.
And did you put vinegar in with the marigolds last week?
We did put vinegar in with the marigolds. It's straw and oat cake and latte, like, so good. Okay. So what I want to talk about this week is I want to talk about color planning and how, so I have 3 different, three different patterns here, all the same pattern, right? So this is our organic roses pattern. I think there's still 10 or 15 of them left, eh? We have a small edition, but that's our oat cakes. And if you want to, on the pattern, you can just square it off and hook it square. So this pattern has a lot of variation. And so remember when I hooked it and we had like trouble deciding the colors? What I want to show you now is the options for this pattern, that you're not limited to red for roses, and also you're not limited to the shape. If you want to square it off, you could square it off. So I picked out 2 other palettes, and the interesting thing about rug hooking is that you can take the same pattern and you can interpret it differently. So I love that I can interpret this in a lot of different ways. So I pulled this today, the pink. So if you wanted to have sort of soft pink roses, and this yarn is, this is our Blueberry Fields yarn. And of course, even though a yarn is named Blueberry Fields, it can be perfect in the roses. So you could have this pink with a brown background, if you want it, and pink roses. And then you could have creams and grays for your leaves. And like, look at that. That could be just beautiful as a palette for that pattern. Okay, so look how different it would look. You can just see how amazingly different it would look. Now over here, if I wanted to do another color, you could have a cream background. You could again have red roses. This is that's our Merlot, and you could have black outlines, and you could have lime in the leaves. And then that's our how do you say that word? Caracol lettuce. We just got some of that in again. with the limes, and you could add texture to the black and the red with our hand spun and our recycled. So see, there's three very different, they end up being very different. One way you could tell it would be different is that this would be almost always black, all black. So when you're laying down your colors and choosing colors, the color that are going to be most predominant, lay those down biggest. And then the colors that are going to be less predominant, lay those down smaller, right? So you show less of those. You understand? That makes great sense to me. So then that would be the palette for that. Whereas over here, this would be the palette. We'd have a lot of pink and a lot of brown. And we'd have a little less of the cream and less of the gray. So there's your palettes. Does that make sense to everybody? It's a good tip when you're color planning your rugs. So how much time do we have left, Angela?
I think we got about 12 minutes, I'd say. We started a little late.
Everybody likes to see the yarns that we dyed in the studio this week. So I'm going to set up my frame, and if you want, Angela, we can probably just flip that again, and I can bring it over. Or do you want to?
Okay, I'm scared.
You don't want to? You don't want to mess with it? Okay. All right. So this beauty is Hand Dyed Studios. They're $16.95, and it's called Evening in the Garden. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And again, remember with these yarns, you can take half of it and use it variegated, and then you can cut some pink and you can cut some green. So that's a beautiful one. Then we have, in the Big Sister twist, we've got Picnic. Oh no, that's not Picnic at Giverny. That is Sunset at the Cape. Sunset at the Cape. But now you're wondering about Picnic at Giverny. Right here. That's Picnic at Giverny. Look how soft it is. Greg dyed this. Mary dyed this. Oh, did you help her with this, Angela?
For some of it.
For some of it?
But I think Mary gets credit for that one.
So that's Sunset at the Cape, and she had taken a picture on her phone. And this one, Greg was inspired by a peony twist, by the peony twist. And this one I dyed, which is gold moss, and I love it. It started out looking really bad and muddy, and Mary said, leave it alone, I think it's going to be great. So it's an over dye. And Angie dyed this one. I love it that everybody is dyeing, because we're just getting such a better range of colors. Don't you notice that?
Yeah.
This one is Monet's Garden in the studio dyed. So these are on the website, and again, some of them we'll have again, but a lot of them we won't. This is just a simple batch. So I have to decide something now. These are our colors. I'm going to leave them out, and you keep panning those every once in a while to tease people. Make them go on our website and get them. All right. So over here, I'm getting ready for my small tawny landscapes course. I think it's going to be in October, and I'm just preparing one of the small landscapes for it and thinking about it, and I'm deciding what to do with the sky here. So I have I'm just finishing up the water, so I'm just going to put the watercolors there. Got a few other shades right here, so there's nothing to that. But one of the things I'd like to get across to you is that skies don't always have to be blue. So when I came on here today, I thought that I would use this for a sky with the blues, the marigold. I liked it, and I thought, well, you know, it would look really nice. But as we got talking, I thought, well, gosh, what about fairy tale for a sky? What do you think, Anne?
That's beautiful, yeah.
I think we should do fairy tale. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a piece of this. And so then when you have a piece like this, a piece of wool like this, you can cut it this way and get mostly blues. Or you can cut it this way, get mostly pinks and creams. Cut it over here and get a bit of yellow. So what I do is I cut some of it each way. So some of it I might cut that way. I never cut up all my wool at once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it up over here.
Deanne, can you over dye wool?
Over dye wool cloth? Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. And you can over dye wool yarn too.
And do you have to wash it after you dye it?
Do I have to wash it after I dye it? Well, you dyeing it does wash it because you're filling it with water, right? And then you put it in I put it through the washing machine and through the dryer, but I don't use any soap in it. So let's try this. See what we got here. You could maybe come in close there, Angela, to this and see the hooking. Give people a great little view. So this is Fairy Tale, which is our cloth. And I think I dyed this one. I hate to take credit for it just in case I didn't, but I'm pretty sure that I did. So I started with a blue, it ended with a blue, so I'm going to start with a blue. And there's quite a bit of blue here in this. And it goes off. And I'm going to go down deep into the hills. And I'm going to go up. And so I'm watching the color and how it changes in these, okay? So now there's blue here, so I want to bring some blue over here. I'm going to bring some blue up here. So it's like what I showed you about variegated yarns. You're gonna want to watch and see where the yarn goes. So Tiny Landscape starts in October. I think we're going to start it like around the 1st of October. And hopefully things will be good with COVID. And that we won't be locked in our houses, but we'll just be in our houses because we want to be, and we'll be enjoying our homes, and that you can take this course with me through October. There's going to be over 25 videos. There's going to be a lot of rugs from start to finish, and it's going to be good. I can tell you, it's going to be a great course. So now, do I want more blue here? So I'll start on the blue end because I think that would look nice with the blue. And with these rugs, I don't go right to the edge. Sometimes I try to stay inside the lines a little bit, okay? And so down here, and we're gonna finish this up, aren't we?
Ann Bird wants to know, is the backing for these little mats linen or burlap?
I would probably, well, you could use either for these little mats. I'm gonna add more blue over right here. You could use either. If we sell them, we'll probably sell these on linen. The course is going to include a lot of patterns with it. I think the pattern booklet has over 45 patterns in it. So you're going to have a lot of choice. And
will there be kits available?
It's a big course. I think what we're going to do is we may do some kits, or we may do some texture packages for them. Yeah, what would you like? Would you like kits for them, or would you like packages? Like we could do, you know, what I think we might do is like, I'm thinking we might do like like small landscape packs in different colors. So, you know, you could buy, I don't know, we haven't really decided yet. Well, tell me what you'd like. Is anyone telling us anything?
Lily's saying kits.
Kits? Yeah.
Donna Myers, kits.
Kits? Kits? Maybe there will be kits. Maybe if that's what you tell me, that's what we'll do. Just do what we're told. Okay. So this is going to be pretty, I think. I like it. I'm going to clip a little bit. So this is what it's like. Cloth is great to work with. I mean, I use cloth and yarn, not equally. Sometimes I use more yarn, sometimes I use more cloth. One time I used purely cloth and nothing else, but now I like to mix it up a little bit. Are we going to show them the progress on the wall before we leave?
What's the difference between the kits and the landscape packages?
Well, the landscape package, when we make a kit, it takes a lot of time. So the landscape packages would be less expensive than a kit. Because if you have to color key everything and say this goes here and that goes there, then so that would be one thing. And a landscape package would let you choose your own colors, which I really like that idea because everybody's won't end up looking the same, which I think is kind of fun. But maybe we'll have a couple of options. We'll have to figure it out. We haven't got that worked out. I've just finished all the videos for it. So let's see what we got here. How's that? So it's pretty busy. It's pretty busy, but I like it. So what did you learn today? What did we learn in this video today? Think about the things we learned. Well, you learned about our new cloth collection for Sunday Drive to accompany all of those of you who bought the yarn collection. You need the cloth collection to go with it. It'll be awesome. So that's one thing that you learned. Then you learned about our new dyeing process. I've got new sinks, you see, and so we're able to dye differently, and I'm really happy with the results. And I've also got an extra washing machine. I should give you a peek of the dye kitchen sometime. Someday we'll do a tour of that. I'm going to finish up this. I just got to get it done. Like, I feel very compulsive. Like, I don't want to end this till this is, like, at least done. How much time do we have left?
I think we're good for another 5.
Okay, all right. Angela is the timekeeper. It's nice having someone look after the camera. It feels really it makes it so easy for me. Thank you, Angela.
You're welcome.
What are you hooking on at home, Angela?
I'm hooking a big tree.
Oh, you are?
That has an eagle sitting in the tree, and every Christmas, well, the past 2 Christmases, when we go to pick up our Christmas tree,
Yeah.
I pass this tree, and it's a really tall tree.
Yeah.
And for the last 2 years, I'm assuming the same eagle has been in the tree.
Aw.
And I managed to capture a photo, and I thought that might make a nice rug.
Yeah, I think it would.
But it's really big, and I'm like, uh-oh,
How big is it?
it's too big.
Yeah.
It's probably about 5 feet.
Oh, wow. It's really big.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think it would have been better with this? It would have been nice with this too, eh? It would have looked good with this. But I like that. I like what it did with the blue. I need a little bit more blue yarn. Give me a little bit of blue. Come on. I'm looking in my rag bag here. Do you want to show them all my little bits and pieces? Oh, there's some turquoise. That'll work. I'll put that in there.
So we're getting a lot of questions about the cutter.
The cutter. The cutter was a honeydew cutter, and he doesn't make them anymore. But Mark, I think he still makes cutters. That cutter is our industrial cutter. Yeah. So it was Mark from Honeydew who made it for me. And I need another bit of deep blue. So I'm just using up all my scraps here.
How do you know when to outline the hills against the sky?
Well, it depends on, it always depends. The question is that you always ask yourself is, what do I want? If you want an outline, then it's going to, you're going to see the outline, right? You're going to see that line. So it is a judgment call. Like, I've outlined it in some places, so you see that line. So, I mean, there's always kind of an outline. There's always the outside color, but like I could have put black in here, right? I could have just put black in here, and I think it would also, or this is dark gray, would have also been good. So that little mat's all finished, and I have 7 done so far with the tiny landscapes. I think this might make it 8 or 9, and you'll see more. I have one more last thing to show you, and then I'll see you next week, okay? So the last thing I want to show you is, well, I'll lift these up one more time. Evening in the garden. This one is
Cape.
Sunset at the Cape, Mary dyed. This one is Picnic at Giverny, isn't it? Doesn't it look like you're going to a picnic? And this is Golden Moss. And this is Monet's Garden. And this is the nasturtium rug that I started last week, and I think it's really sweet. Can you give that a good flat? And so I'm going to frame that. I think it's lovely. It's really fresh. And I want to tell you one more thing. If you've been thinking about buying a rug from me, or one of my rugs, I do have a section on my website that has rugs under $300. And I just posted maybe 8 new ones. So, and some of them are really nice, and they're all under $300. And I've spent a lot of time selling you things today, but that is my job. I'm sorry. I'm happy to teach you, but we got a whole lot of people working here, dyeing this wool and having fun and enjoying our lives. So I showed you a lot of stuff today, and I'll show you some more next week. Do you want to see the wall before we wrap it up?
What size are your tiny landscape rugs?
Those ones are 8 by 8. Okay. So let's see where Josh is. There it is. He's up to we're about halfway through the wall. So I think it looks pretty good. I'll see you guys next week. How many people joined us today, Angela?
Over 400.
Over 400. Now, what I want you to do is to share this video, because when you share this video, when you teach someone how to rug hook, you don't know what you're teaching them. You could be teaching them about community, about simplicity, about tradition, about love. So share this video for us, please. See ya, and join our newsletter. Take care. Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio, hookingrugs.com. Bye-bye.